Hello and welcome. Daffy Roth, and this is Splinter Cell Chaos Theory for the PC. In our last episode, we infiltrated the North Korean battery and have, for all intents and purposes, cleared the first floor, anyhow, up to what we have. So this episode, I plan to get into the command center, find the truth, and go from there. So hopefully we should be able to wrap it up here. Alright, let us go.
Sir, we have finished our preliminary inspection of the West launcher.
And what is your report, Captain?
We did every test we could, sir.
And?
And, well, there was no malfunction, sir.
No malfunction. Curious. There was an $80 million warship on the bottom of the sea, sunk by a missile that left this battery. The world is less than 12 hours from a war that will kill millions of people. And you're telling me that there was no malfunction?
We checked everything, sir. I assure you.
Well, then, the only two people in this building who could authorize that launch without approval are you and I. I know I did not do it, so if it wasn't a malfunction, I want you to run every test again. Then run whatever test the captain forgot until you find out what the hell happened with my missile. Sir! Yes, sir! Get out of my sight!
That seals it. The missile came from here, but they didn't launch it intentionally.
So that's a good thing. We can avoid a war.
Problem is that someone launched the missile intentionally.
Isn't that someone Doug Shetland using Zerkezi's algorithms?
That seems likely, but I still need to see if there's a Dvorak fingerprint on the BIOS of the launcher that fired the missile.
I switched the language back to its native. Also, that dude sounded like Dobby, Harry Potter. I don't know what happened to your missile, sir. Please don't hurt Dobby. Dobby only just became captain yesterday, sir.
Don't panic.
Fine.
You're well trained.
I am a loyal soldier of the North Korean army.
Congratulations. Give me some intelligence or you'll be pushing up daisies in a cemetery full of guys just like you.
I don't have any intelligence.
Hey, you just called yourself stupid.
I am not stupid. I am loyal.
Boy, you're worse than a washed-out jarhead.
Do not compare me to a cowardly American Marine.
Tell me something useful or we're finished here.
Death before dishonor.
Boy, you grunts are all the same.
825-775-867.
Don't bother with the who are you crap. We're too old for children's games.
Fine. What do you want, American?
This battery is on the logistics train down Kaisong Moon San. What's the divisional strength?
Why should I tell you? You'll kill me anyway.
It's a game of position, Colonel, and you've already lost. Do you need to condemn 50,000 men as well?
They'll be your men, American, not mine.
They're not my men, Colonel, and they're not yours either. They're just men, husbands, fathers, sons. Same as you and I. Do they need to die for our mistakes?
We have 8-to-1 force ratios against your 2nd Infantry Division in armor, artillery, and infantry down the length of the approach.
8-to-1?
You cannot win. Kaesong Munsan will be the breach point, and Seoul will fall inside of 72 hours. Old soldiers never die. Old soldiers never die.
Good Lord, Fisher. Those numbers triple our best estimates.
Damn. I know a lot of guys in 2ID, Lambert.
They're good men, but I hope their life insurance policies are up to date.
Let's see, System Administrator to User, July 6, 2007, WNM Newswire, undeliverable. This message sent to subscriber at the server has been blocked by the administrator.
Good work, Sam. One more shipping lock to go, and we'll have an accurate picture of their mechanized capabilities in the region.
I'll find it.
So there's a path that takes you behind the screens over here. Was trying that, like, it's kind of successful? I don't know. From Chen to Bong, July 6, 2007, bloody nose. Bong, I know you have had that problem with your nose when you're underground for too long, so I ordered another medical kit and had it installed in the missile bay control room, in case you need it. Aww, look. Don't know why I can't climb on those. Alright, and we gotta go to check our holes. Let's see, we need to tap the launcher for BIOS or fingerprint of the Dvorak algorithm fragments. If the launch was forced, it's possible that a Dvorak fingerprint can be found in the BIOS and the West battery launcher. Open the casing on the launcher itself to check. Alright, we still just have the
모든 요원에게 알려드리겠습니다. 내일은 새 칫솔을 받는 날입니다. 알려드리겠습니다. 최상병 부가 없이 알림문을 알림판에 붙이지 마시기 바랍니다.
Before you can tap into the BIOS, you'll need to open the casing.
I didn't bring my crowbar.
Whatever. Crowbars are for geeky video game characters. Put the launcher into its maintenance position. There should be a switch in the control room directly beneath you. All right, that opened the casing. You can access the motherboard on the launcher itself and recover any routing data from the BIOS.
Good job, Sam. From the parts and transport requests, it looks like this facility is significantly more important than our latest estimates.
Well, you know me. Always where the action is.
It's a beautiful sunset.
Good work, Sam. I'm scanning the BIOS now. Yeah, that's a Dvorak fingerprint.
Where did it come from? Hokkaido? The displace offices?
Seoul.
What? As in South Korea? Are you telling me the U.S. just got drawn into a war protecting the people that sank the Walsh?
I can't trace it back farther than Seoul.
Well, what do I do?
Sweet Jesus, Fisher. The NKA just committed. They're coming across the DMZ. We're at war.
Why? We just found proof they didn't launch the missile.
Good Lord, speaking of missile launches, that battery just lit up like a smoker getting off an airplane.
They're not targeting our ships, are they?
Active radar is up. It looks like a launch is imminent. Fisher, you need to abort that missile.
You got it, boss.
Oh, that can't be good.
Black hell! You're too late.
The warhead won't arm until it's a few hundred meters from its target. If I can dig up the abort codes.
Good thinking. Check launch control directly under the platform.
I'm on my way.
Make it fast, Fisher. Flight time on that missile is 3 minutes.
확인.
주요 목표가 레이더에 잡혔어.
목적까지 3분.
모든 녹색이 1부터 10위까지 추적하라.
1부터 10위까지 확인.
접전 인터페이스 온라인. 목표물 추적기 작동 중.
확인.
비행 경로비 추적 컴퓨터 모두 녹색이.
확인.
발사 회로 녹색.
확인.
코드 잠금 회로 녹색.
확인.
주요 목표물 추적기 확인. 시작.
확인. 준비 완료.
주요 목표 항공모 항위 218, 거리 120km. 확인.
확인됐다.
주요 목표 확인.
Good work, Sam. Those are the abort codes.
I still need to bypass the override circuit from the missile control room.
Hurry. The missile is closing on the USS Ronald Reagan at top speed.
Hold on. Did you just tell me I need to win one for the Gipper?
Dude, what does that even mean?
Never mind. You're right, Grim. I am old.
2km 확인. 주요 목표가 레이더에 잡혔습니다. 모두 대기. 1부터 12까지 가라.
1부터 10위까지 갑니다.
작전 인터페이스 온라인. 목표물 추적 작동 중.
Good job, Sam. Missile aborted.
That's it? It's dust?
No, but the warhead can't arm. Even if it gets past the Reagan's phalanx, it'll hit the hull and crumple like a beer can.
Crumpling beer cans. That's what sailors are best at, I guess.
Very funny. You need to make your way to extraction.
Right. I'm on my way.
Oh, that can extract from either side. We'll go to the less populated side. Nice. Completed across the board. And 100%. Not bad. And I actually cut 8 minutes off my time. Usually it's about an hour. All right. Seoul, South Korea. The attack that sank the Walsh could not be traced back farther than the South Korean National Data Trunk. Drives must be recovered from the NDT before North Korean troops get them and use them to justify their invasion and occupation of South Korea.
Initial estimates place the combined casualty count for the first 24 hours at, oh my God, 6,000? Is this a typo?
90% or more of those are enemy casualties. Estimates put our losses at less than 1,000 men.
Less than 1,000? You say that like it's a good thing.
Sir, it's paranoia. Our saber rattling has their leadership in a panic. It's a preemptive strike. Our own intelligence indicates that they didn't launch that missile intentionally. And until we can prove it, Seoul is on the block.
What are our military options for holding the city?
No reasonable strategic assessment has ever claimed it was possible without nuclear capability. And if that's the way it has to be...
38 hours ago, the NKA committed to open war on the Korean Peninsula. We've known for 50 years that their objective would be to capture Seoul within 72 hours. It appears they have a real shot at it. South Korean and U.S. forces are using orchestrated retrogrades to channel individual NKA divisions along discrete corridors. 6 hours ago, the first of those divisions reached Seoul and is seeking to capture critical infrastructure. High on their list is a telecommunications switching station north of the city. Unfortunately, the IW attack that sank the Walsh came through this switching station. If the NKA gets their hands on that information, they'll be able to justify their invasion and possibly force the world to allow them to hold the country. We need to get that information before they do.
The information warfare attacks that launched the missile that sank the Walsh came through Seoul. I wasn't able to trace them back any further than the switching station, and I don't even know for sure that they didn't originate there. It's entirely possible that South Korea has manipulated us into war by forcing the North to attack the U.S. I would just try and hack my way in, but this is a fat, secure data pipe, and damage caused by the fighting has already isolated most of the entry ports. You need to get in there and recover the data manually, then broadcast it out point to point so we can take a closer look.
CIA maintains several safe houses in Seoul to facilitate insertion of agents and recovery of possible defectors. Usually, they're set up to look like ordinary residences. I'm currently working out a plan to have you forward inserted into one of these safe houses before 2ID performs another major retrograde. Once you're in, our boys will retreat, and the NKA front will overrun and bypass your location, leaving you in the wake of the main force, but still in advance of the support troops. You'll have a small zone of comfort, and I would strongly advise you not to stray from your AO. You don't want to encounter a battalion-sized force.
The USS Ronald Reagan is ready to launch an EA-6B Prowler rigged with a point-to-point laser receiver rig. Your man will be given a special transmitter that will track the plane and transmit the data. This comm setup is 100% secure. Nothing is broadcast, so nothing can be intercepted. Never mind decrypted. Once your man is in position, we'll send in the plane and get the data. But this is still a highly risky operation. Whatever you're promising me better be worth it. These planes are worth $60 million, you know.
I love the A6. It's one of my favorite planes. All right, we're going to go stealth.
Welcome to the 3-block war, Fisher. The main advance has bypassed your position, but expect sporadic fighting among units separated from the main force.
Whose side am I on here?
Your own. You're not a legal combatant. Anyone who sees you will attack on sight, friend or foe.
All right, friends. Well, we're going to call that an episode here, and then we'll pick up in the start of World War III in our next episode. This is a pain in the ass level, more so when we get halfway through it, and you'll see why. So, yay. All right, well, that's all I got. So, until next time, friends, stay true to yourselves and stay safe out there. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.